Let's get started. So without further ado, look. The question they say here, look, you first time or you always be here, make sure you leave a comment so I know there's a people who watching this video so I can continue to make this type of videos. So let's say demand functions. Oh, demand of commodity is that. Oh, so we have a demand function of commodity. Q equal to 80 and then minus 2.5. Minus 2.5 or Q. So what we're going to do for the most case, make sure you make a Q as a suffix. Very, very important. Means it has to be like this. This is P. So 2.5 P. So make sure your question has to be in this form, like P equal to A minus B Q. So that's why you have to record in that format. So what I'm going to do, I'll take 2.5 to the left, which is going to be, you see this one? To the left is going to be 2.5 because this negative, when you jump over equal sign, is going to become positive. P equal, so I'm still having 8 here, and then this right. So remember this positive, when it comes here, is going to become what? Negative. So the next thing is we're going to divide by 2.5 throughout because it has to be like this. Divide by 2.5 throughout, divide by 2.5, divide by 2.5, divide by 2.5. This and this cancels, so P equal 80 divided by 2.5, plug in the calculator here. So if you take 80 divided by 2.5, it's going to give you 32. Take this divided, it's going to give you 32, and then minus. Now remember here there's a 1. 1 divided by 2.5. 1 divided by 2.5 is going to give you 0.4. 0.4. 0.4, but I will still have our Q. Or if you don't know how to do that, I can show you how to plug in a calculator. It's way simple. Let's plug in a calculator quick, but I believe you know how to do it. Because that's very way basic. You come into the fraction, plug is 0. Okay, plug is 0 here. Okay, now you go to your fraction, and then you go to your fraction, and then you go to 1. Come on the denominator, and let's say 2.5. 2.5. Okay, 2.5 and say equal P, and then it's going to give you 0.4 equal to, get answer. Come here, baby. Come quick, let's go. Okay, if you say HD, it's going to give you 0.4. See, that's what I was saying. So we have 0.4 right here. Let's go. So 0.4, so this we have. So if you have to compare, if you have to compare this, look, this question here, we have to compare with that one right here. Okay, let's do this. So we're going to compare with the P. P is the standard equation of demand function, which is going to be P equal to A minus BQ. The standard equation of what? Demand. So A, we know A is going to be equal to 32, and B is going to be, so we're going to say A equal to 32, and our B equal to 0.4. So we have A and B. Now let's go to the question. What do they want in the question? In the question, they say determine the price elastic demand. So the question for price elastic demand is this one right here. We say price elastic demand equal to -1. Okay, it's kind of freezing. Sorry about that. Okay, 1 over. So price elastic demand represented by that equal to 1 over, and then you say price over quantity. So you memorize this, okay? This is the equation for price elastic demand. So B we have, what is a B? Our B equal to 0.4, and then P, our P give us a P equal to 20. They say when price equal to 20. But the problem now, we don't have a Q. When P equal to 20, what the value of Q? So what we're going to do, take that value of P which they give you here, right here, which is 20, plug to get the value of Q. So we're going to say when P, look, P equal to 32 minus 0.4. But now when P, 0.4 Q. When P equal to 20, you say you're going to say 20 equal to 30 minus 0.4. My grandmother told me, you guys have been missing you. You always say, like, oh, trying to miss you. I was like, man, I miss you too. Now let's make subjects there so we can get the value of Q. So let's find the value of Q here. So to get Q means all this is going to go to, because it's a minus, so it's going to go to the left of this side here. So it's going to become 0.4. Q equal to, you're going to have 32. And this trend is going to go over. Trend is going to be 32. Trend minus 20, 32 minus 20 equal to 12. And here is going to be 0.4. Q divided by 0.4 divided by 0.4. This in this concept. 12 divided by 0.4. 12 divided by 0.4. So we clean here, say 12 divided by 0.4. 12. Okay, come here. 12. 12. Oh, sometime the calculator is going to be acting up. 12 divide by 0.4. Okay, and then it's going to give equal to 30. It takes a lot of time here, man. 0.4. I don't know why it always take time to process this calculator, because it's an emulator. That's why. 0.4. Come on, let me drink your water. Wait for it to respond. Okay, this is gonna give us 30. Okay, now you say equal, and this is gonna give you 30. Okay, so the value equal to 30. So for that case now, I'm gonna say let's see if it's 30. Oh, still we haven't responded. It has to be 30. Okay, come on. Okay, 30. Okay, cool. Sometimes it can be slow, especially the calculator. I don't know why. Okay, so now we come here. So now our Q equal to 30. So for that case, we know all our value. For us to get elastic what? Elastic, for us to get, because they say find, whether the demand elastic, okay, they say whether demand is elastic or elastic, okay, but first you have to find the price of it, elastic demand, and then when you get that elastic demand, determine whether it's elastic or inelastic. So what we're going to do, we have all the values, so okay, the price of elastic demand equal to negative, what is a B? Here means you replace this stuff, B, P, and Q. 1 over B. What is a B? We know a B. Our B equal to 0.4, because this is B here. We compare, remember, P equal to 0.4 multiplied by P. What is a P? Our P we know, which they give us, which equal to 20 over our Q. When B equal to 20, our Q equal to 30. So what you do, you can simply plug in the calculator, and this is gonna give you negative 5 over 3. Okay, I can plug it for you just in case. But that's gonna give you 5 over 3, which is gonna be negative 1.6666. Okay. Okay, now let's plug it. Let's see. Let's plug it. Okay. So clean everything, and there's a fraction. So on the top, let's go. Fraction, we have a negative 1, negative 1, and then you multiply 20 by 20. And then you go to the bottom, they have 0.4, 0.4 times 30. Times 30. Times 30. Times 30. Excuse me. And this is going to give us, see, negative 5 over 3, just like I say. Excuse me. Or then you write your negative 5 over 3, and then if you say it's D, this is going to be negative 1.66666666. But if you approximate, that's going to be negative, because you look at the option, it's going to be negative 1.7. So then we're going to say, well, our elastic, because they say determine the price of elastic. Price of elastic equal to, oh, I'm sorry, people, I'm sorry. Sometimes it does this stuff, so you see it's not responding, but just for a second, it's going to come back now. Yeah. So it's going to be, if you approximate this, it's going to be negative 1, negative, I forgot the negative. Price of elastic is negative 1.7, because I look at this option here. The only thing which is closer is that. This is too far, this is too far. Negative 1.7. But now, so that's a price of elastic demand. But now they say indicate whether it's elastic or inelastic. Okay, now let's just erase other stuff because we don't need this other stuff here. Excuse me, sorry. Just space a little bit, right? So I can tell you why. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, no problem. It does not want to respond. So now we're gonna say, so we say our price of elastic demand equal to that one. But now, how do you determine either is elastic or inelastic? Take this number in absolute. Absolute, look, whenever you have, let's say, a negative number, and if you put the absolute, it becomes a positive number. Let's say -3. If you put absolute, it's going to become as a positive 3. That's how the absolute works. So for me to determine the price of elasticity, so I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna take my -1.7, and then I'm gonna put in absolute, and this is gonna come out to the positive 1.7. But for determine either something is elasticity or inelastic, if let's say somebody have a 0.6, we know this is less than 1, so means is not elastic. See, but if it's bigger than 1, then is elastic. So if you look here for 1.7 is bigger than 1 or is greater than 1. So for that case, then we're gonna say this is demand is elastic. But if it was less than 1, like here, let's say again, elastic equal to 0.6, and then is less than 1. So for that case, then we know is inelastic. See, because it's less than 1. You see what I'm saying? So the option number 1 is our answer. Or you can simply say this. Let me put pink here. For the lady who like pink, let's put pink here. That's our answer. You see what I'm saying? That's our option and that's our answer. So for that being said, without further ado, thanks a lot for your time, and I'ma see you soon. Leave a comments below, share this video for your friends, and the love one. Peace, and I'ma see you soon. Peace and I'm out. My grandmother told me, like, hey baby, when you're so mad, you have to do it with your whole heart. Okay? Because people miss you and you have to